My name is David Fernandes. I'm a member of GMSA, the Managing Director of Bounty Farm Limited. And it's a pleasure for me to share some of my thoughts on some of the things that were proposed by GMSA. And we did see evidence that these things were looked at and actually actioned upon in the new budget, which is fantastic. It is really an exciting thing that government has made a decision to reduce corporate taxes for agriculture, because it really helps generally to reduce the prices, as tax is a major component of the cost of production. So I think that seeing government make this very important move, as we're currently in a period of our evolution as a nation where the government is now a shareholder in a huge business, and therefore I think generally the need for taxes from the population, from businesses, can be reduced. And I think that what it does, it levels the playing field for those companies who are actually paying their fair share of taxes. But also I think that it's important for us to find a way of having all the citizens and all the companies wanting to be in the tax net. So the benefits of being in the tax net for employees is actually, in my opinion, the NIS. The NIS pension is a very, very important one for people who would have worked for their entire lives, and then obviously when they get to 60, they need a little bit of support. And I see that our staff, all the ones who work long, have benefited significantly from this. And so therefore I think that reducing the PAYE and encouraging other organizations to have their staff really get on the NIS and PAYE payment system is very important for the benefits to those employees as they get more mature. I don't want to say older, but more mature. I think that it's important to keep VAT in place because VAT is important for those people who are not employed where they do pay their fair share of taxes, that they actually have a period at which they are also helping to pay some of the bill for our country to be run smoothly.
What do you think is the biggest setback faced by SMEs in Guyana?
The success of small businesses and people who do added value. It is critical for us to get logistics right, because even though you could produce a product, the input costs are greatly affected by the logistics costs. So transportation and other things associated with that. And then obviously, for us to get the product to the market, we also incur logistics costs. So the export costs currently and import costs into Guyana are reasonably high as compared with other CARICOM nations. And I think the government is already seeing the need for us to develop the facilities necessary to help in this regard. Onshore transportation costs, I'm thinking of rail and other means in this regard, and also the deep water harbor off the northern coast, which is critical for us to reduce the transshipment, which is currently the norm in Jamaica and Trinidad. So I think that government is seeing the need for this, and I know for sure that once those things are put in place in a few years' time, that the fledgling Guyanese manufacturing industry on all fronts, whether it be agriculture or industrial or other pieces of equipment or whatever, that they would benefit from this reality.
How do you feel about the Development Bank's initiative by the government?
If I speak about young entrepreneurs doing further processing, and I look at the zero tax bank that is being set up for $3 million, that's a great start, because young entrepreneurs sometimes have a challenge getting financing from the bank. And so in this regard, I think that what the government is trying to do is absolutely important. And then obviously creating economic zones where they could actually go to do the task of further processing. There are some countries in the world where they make specific parts for all the different companies that manufacture one thing. And there are other countries where electricity is subsidized in that area, as well as obviously taxes are reduced. The revenue authority treats the production from that zone in a different category so that it actually benefits the nation, the employees and the employers of those operations, where the country benefits as a whole.